At ICCU, to make a difference, it takes just one connection. A friendly face, an open ear, a helping hand. And then something amazing happens. We find out that we're better together. This is what Idaho Central does in our communities every day. We help our members with the small things and big dreams. This is what believing in you is all about. Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
It may have been a new job or starting a new business. Maybe you were looking for a better place to raise a family. It's possible you were returning home to the place you love, to Idaho. Whatever your reason for coming, 40 years or 4 months ago, Lithia Ford of Boise wants you to know you're welcome here. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
Get ready for the time of your life at Circa Resort and Casino, Las Vegas's newest destination for fun, featuring the world's biggest poolside tailgate party with 3 levels of action, 6 pools, and a 143-foot screen. The fun is always on deck with all the games all year long. Stadium Swim, located in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Book the time of your life today at circalasvegas.com.
Well, greetings, Boise State fans. There we go. If I go ahead and put the camera on screen here, we're sitting in the stands. They're actually getting ready for WWE here tomorrow night at ExtraMile Arena. So they are quickly taking down the chairs, the court, and there'll be some wrestling here tomorrow night, WWE at ExtraMile Arena. Boise State victorious back in the win column, 76-60. They were actually up 29 points with like 9 minutes to go. Only scored 5 points in the final 9:40 or so. So they win by 16. And if you had the 21 and a half, you were looking good. And then all of a sudden it went downhill there towards the end. Get your comments in, get your questions in. Again, if you missed the pregame show, we gave away a $25 gift card to the James, the new whiskey bar right across from Boise State there. Every game now in the pregame show, we're going to be giving away. And I'll have to double check who our winner was. And I just didn't have time to get that done tonight. But we'll reach out to you if you were the winner, whoever had the closest score. To the 76-60, won $25 to the James, new whiskey bar over there. And so congratulations on that. We got highlights to show. We got Coach Leon Rice. We got some player interviews as well. So a ton to get to here on the postgame show. Get your comments in now. Get your questions in. What do you make? Boise State, again, back in the win column. Again, 18-5 overall, and they are now 9-1 and in first place in the Mountain West. They get a couple of days off. The players will be off Sunday and Monday. And then they'll get back to work on Tuesday as they get set for a Friday night home game, 9 p.m. against UNLV on, again, Friday night at ExtraMile Arena. And then Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, will be the big game against Colorado State at 2 o'clock. So a couple big home games coming up for Boise State, but they'll get a chance to catch their breath for a couple days here. And you had Emmanuel Acott not playing the game due to a bum knee, but he is apparently going to be good to go and hopefully feeling better by Friday night against UNLV. They'll give him some more time off. Remember, Boise State was actually supposed to play New Mexico on Tuesday, I believe it was, but that game got moved up, and now Boise State gets a couple extra days off here going into that UNLV game on Friday night. Big Wade asking if I have gray hair. I do not have gray hair. That's just bad. There is no gray hair yet. No, sorry about that. My wife would love to give me crap if there was, but that's just the lighting here. So appreciate that, Big Wade. Not yet. hopefully can last a little bit longer before we get to that. We got some highlights. We can get to those. How about Tyson Degenhart, a career high 23 points for Tyson Degenhart. 23 points on 9 of 14 shooting. His career high was previously 21 against, I believe, was Cal State Northridge. So 23 for Tyson Degenhart. Abu Kigab, another strong game, 18 points for him. He drew 11 fouls. How about that? It was 18 and 11 for Kigab in terms of the rebounds, a double-double. He also drew 11 fouls on San Jose State. So that's really impressive for him to draw 11 fouls. He went 6 of 7 from the foul line. Marcus Shaver Jr. had 14 points in this one. Boise State only shoots 8 of 29 from three-point range. You had Pavle Kuzmanovic, 2 of 9. Max Rice was 1 of 6. So Boise State did struggle some. Najee Smith, 0 for 2. From three-point range. So Boise State, 8 of 29, which is 27.6% from downtown. But again, Boise State gets the win, and oddly enough, I thought the KenPom numbers would take a bit of a hit. They're at number 29 still, 29 at KenPom, and there's a lot of teams bunched up there, so I wouldn't shock me at all by Friday if they drop down a few spots, but they actually opened up the day at number 30. They actually moved up to number 27 throughout the day as other teams lost, and so then they dropped from 27 to 29 with their 16-point win. They're supposed to win by 21. According to the KenPom metrics, they only win by 16, so usually you see a drop there. They were up 29, had a chance to really push it and could have got into maybe the top 25 at KenPom, but again, only scored 5 points in the final 9 minutes and let that slip away. But again, to survive that game and not drop 10 spots or something, to still be at 29 at KenPom, very strong numbers moving forward. KenPom projects Boise State to win the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. The only game Boise State projected to lose at KenPom is the final game of the regular season at Colorado State by 2. So you look at the numbers here, and KenPom does project Boise State potentially to go 16-2 in the Mountain West, which would be enough to win the league. So we'll see. I mean, I guess Wyoming could theoretically, win every game left. But Logan Dominguez asking on the YouTube channel. By the way, please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. It helps you in the rankings and some of the searches and things like that. So if you could please go to our YouTube channel, all you got to do is go to youtube.com or the YouTube app and just search for Bronco Nation News. And then the channel, you just hit subscribe. And it's actually an easy way to watch our videos and things like that. And you can actually watch my great beautiful face take up your entire TV screen if you'd like on these pre and post game shows, because if you have the app, the YouTube app, you can just go there on your smart TV and watch us full screen while you still scroll through Instagram or your phone or whatever else. So that's the easiest way to watch us is on YouTube and on the YouTube app there. So if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, we appreciate that as well. But moving forward, every pregame and postgame show, the easiest way is YouTube. And as I said, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get over 1,000. If we can get to 1,000, we're going to give away a round of golf for 4 at Timberstone Golf Course in Caldwell. So Timberstone Golf Course in Caldwell, if we can get to 1,000 subscribers. So please consider that. It's free and it takes about 2 seconds to just subscribe to the YouTube channel. As for why they only had 7 players, Big Wade is correct. Injury and illnesses. I would assume there was some COVID issues there, but yeah, they only suited up 7 players. Big Wade asking about Armouche, what can be done with him. Yeah, another tough game for Mladen Armouche. He only plays 19 minutes, 27 seconds, does have 6 points and 3 rebounds. And, it was just kind of a bad matchup for him. They were obviously pressuring a lot and playing a lot of guards on the outside. So it just was not a great matchup for him with the zone they were playing. So Boise State ended up taking a lot of threes. As we said, 29 3-point attempts for Boise State in the game. But yeah, that's how many fouls did he had? He had 3 fouls. So I still think that's now 19 fouls, 17 points in the last 5 games. So Mladen Armouche still more fouls and points in the last 5 games. That certainly is something that needs to change. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here for Boise State. This was the first bucket of the game, actually. A nice dunk by Abu Kigab there to get things rolling. Let's see. Oh, what did I do wrong here? There we go. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's go back to this one. And let's start the highlights over. I'm sorry, guys. I'm messing this up here. Well, there's the dunk from Kigab, 8-8. Nice up and under. Tyson Degenhart gets the bucket and the foul. He actually had 2 consecutive up and unders to get them going. And then there's San Jose State, man. They were hitting some threes. They were trying to stay in this game. And number 0 in particular was hitting some shots. There's another crazy 3. I mean, early in the game, man, San Jose was hitting some shots, but just too much Tyson Degenhart. There's a nice Euro in the layup there. And again, Boise State able to win this one by 16, but they were actually up 29, as I said. So to be up 29 and then let San Jose State back in the game a little bit, hats off to number 0. That dude was letting it fly for San Jose State. Myron Amy Jr., number 0. He's only a freshman, by the way. Goes 9 of 13 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3, 24 points of the 60 San Jose State scored. And again, if they were up 29 and probably were on pace to win that game by 30-plus points until he got hot from three-point range there late in the game. But get your comments in, get your questions in. Certainly an expected result. Boise State beats San Jose State again by 16, and you're still number 29 in KenPom. And I think the biggest thing for this team is they get the break. They get a break, and they get a chance to heal up a little bit. They get 2 days off, and then they'll get back to work on Tuesday for a very key final stretch, which again includes UNLV and Colorado State, and then Air Force and Utah State, San Diego State. So they're going to kind of take it in chunks. And you get Friday, Sunday next week, UNLV, Colorado State. You got a tricky midweek road game at Air Force, and then you come back Saturday, Tuesday, home games against Utah State, San Diego State, and then obviously going to UNLV, going to Colorado State, and that senior night game against Nevada. Wouldn't that be something? If Boise State could clinch it on senior night, the Mountain West, and maybe cut down the nets in front of a packed house at ExtraMile Arena, that would be that'd be pretty sweet. Let's hear from Leon Rice, Boise State's head coach. Here he is after a 76-60 win over the San Jose State Spartans to improve Boise State to 18-5 overall, 9-1 in the Mountain West.
Yeah, that was. We got back about 2-something on Thursday night, and it's been a scramble to prepare because we didn't know what E-Man status would be, and that was a tough one. So now you're going in shorthanded on short prep, and with a new lineup, it's like and that position's pretty darn important. You're benching Bachmeyer, and the backup's got to, not that Shave's a backup, but it's out of position. So we got guys out of position a little bit, and they responded, and we responded great because. Miles is doing a great job with this team. He's done a rebuild before. He knows that, you just got to kind of stay even keel and keep them competing every night. He's doing an amazing job with that. And then the way they shoot threes is those teams are dangerous. They get it going. I mean, you saw Zero, like, holy cow, he looked unguardable there for, a stretch of that game. And, you don't want that team to all of a sudden, they could hit 23s and then, they can knock you off. And so I thought our guys had a great approach, great workmanlike, approach. And, they zoned us a lot. And so we had to make some threes, and we made some, in that first half that kind of got us some cushion.
I know you said that the prep part wasn't nice to have a short time, but just to get back out there and get back in the win column and not have to think 3 or 4 days about that loss.
And like you said, to not have to think 3 or 4 days of, okay, we don't have E-Man and we're banged up a little bit, and that I prefer just get going, and that's what we did. And proud of our guys. Now we go into the All-Star break because we told our guys this feels like the All-Star break because we played like an NBA schedule where it's just game after game after game, and we need to be able to reset and then come out for that 4th lap of the mile.
What is E-Man's status?
He gutted it out Thursday night, and you guys saw. I mean, you were quizzing me about it. I could tell. You know what was up. That I just felt like he's about 30-40%. But it's nothing serious that the time won't heal. But we haven't had any time to heal him, and he plays a lot of minutes, and it's been kind of grinding him, and I think with this a little chance to rest, do some work on it, and I think by Friday, hopefully he's back to, I don't know if he'll get back to 100, but he's going to be back away from the 30 or 40% or whatever it is that he's at. He's going to be closer to 100%, and so it's coming at a great time. So I had to make a tough decision. Do we limp him around, for security or do we just cold turkey and have the other guys step up, in which they did. And so that's what I'm really proud of. And, sometimes that next man up mentality. I think it made Tyson a little more aggressive. Abu was great tonight, and and that was a weird game. So, you just have to figure out a way to get it done, and we got that thing to almost 30, I think 28 or 29, and ended up getting by 16. So it's a great win for us.
Tyson had a career high. He talked about how much his confidence has improved the last couple months. I mean, how have you seen that grow and him be a more confident player?
Well, as a freshman, you come in and you don't want to a kid like him. He cares so much about the team that, a couple months ago, he probably just didn't want to overstep, like these guys. But these guys, he built their trust by how good he is and how great he played. He got us going. I thought we were kind of running in mud a little bit to start the game. They were more aggressive than us, and I think he changed that and, started that first run and got us more aggressive. And then that spread throughout the team, and that's how we got it going.
Yeah, it felt like every time you were in kind of a lull there, Tyson had these moments of hey guys, give me the ball here. I'll get us out of there.
Yeah. That's
I don't remember that being there 2 months ago.
Right.
Was it not
But
much?
it was more subtle because you think even back when I wasn't playing him hardly, those little minutes that he got, he flipped that Utah Valley game by the charge he took on Fardas in the first half. He would make those winning plays. He just didn't have a chance to make as many as he did now, and he didn't have that confidence in that opportunity, and all those things weren't there yet. And that's part of the maturation process. And, I think it's came about naturally and organically. And now we've got ourselves a heck of a player, no doubt.
Abu drew 11 fouls tonight. He ranks among the top 50 in the country in fouls drawn per game. So what makes him so good at that?
Well, he's just a wrecking ball, those charges he took, because it's a big part of our defense. We run guys off the line and then they get going fast downhill, and, the old pull-up game is gone. Nobody has that anymore. They all just go barreling in there. So it takes a lot of courage and a lot of toughness to take all those. And, his toughness is infectious, and it spreads throughout the team. Tyson took a bunch the other night, and Max took one tonight, and But the thing about it is, I think we're doing a great job. It doesn't, we're taking legit charges, and we're trying to get flopping out of America, and I didn't see any of that with us, and I haven't seen it. We're taking legit charges, and you have to.
Well, there he is, Leon Rice, Boise State coach, speaking tonight again. Abu Kigab, 11 fouls, as you heard there, drawn against him. He went 6 of 7 from the line. Kigab also has 11 rebounds. He has 18 points. So Abu Kigab, he had 23 or 26 or something last game a couple nights ago in Laramie, and again backs that up with 18 tonight. Tyson Degenhart, 23 points. He goes 3 of 5 from downtown. So we're going to hear from both Kigab and Degenhart here in just a minute. We do have a couple questions and things popping in on the YouTube channel and some of the areas there, so we'll get to those. Logan Dominguez, Utah State looking more and more scary. Just saw they beat UNLV by 15. Glad we got that win against them earlier on, but just scary how deep the Mountain West really is. Yeah, I was looking at the standings last night. Right now, if the Mountain West tournament started, Boise State could potentially have to play Nevada in the 8-9 game. And Nevada's like 3-6 in the league, but they haven't had Sherfield for a couple games and haven't had Warren Washington. A team like Nevada having to play them in the 8-9 game with Sherfield and Cambridge and what those guys could do, that could be scary as heck. So this league is so deep to think about a team like Nevada or UNLV potentially finishing 8th or 9th place or Fresno. So you look at Brock saying Air Force, UNLV twice, and Nevada are must-wins, split the rest, and I think we have a great shot at an at-large. I said going into the Wyoming game, 7-3 in the final 10. So now you got to go 6-2 here in the final 8. 8 games left. You got to go 6-2, and I think that includes 4-1 in your last 5 home games and 2-1 on the road. So 3 road games left. You go 2-1. If you can go, UNLV is only 107th at Ken Palm. So it's not like UNLV is some terrible team. When Boise State plays at UNLV, that'll be a quad 2 game. So UNLV is actually not that bad. But yes, you got to win at home against them. You'd like to go win there too. The Air Force road game is very tricky. They're 224 at Ken Palm, but I I know that's not a game Boise State's looking forward to. That's a very tough game. It's just a sleepy game, no crowd. It's at altitude. It's just that Air Force game will not be nearly as easy as people think. But, yeah, you got Colorado State at home coming up. You'd like to go 2-0 here in this week coming up. You got UNLV on a Friday night, Colorado State on a Sunday afternoon. You'd like to win both those games, and you get to your 20 wins, and then you can, go to the Air Force game. And then you come home against Utah State and San Diego State. And so you'd like to win both of those as well, but maybe that's the weekend where you go 1-1, and then you win on senior night at Nevada. So you got 5 home games left. You'd like to go 4-1 in those 5. I think that's, doable. And then again, 2-1 on the road. So in my opinion, if you can go 6-2 in these last 8 games, I know that's a lot easier said than done. I think that gets you in the tournament. That gives you 24 wins. You'd be 24-7 going into the Mountain West tournament. I think that'd be enough in this conference, and that probably wins you the league as well. I mean, you look at Wyoming's schedule in the Mountain West. They got to play Fresno tomorrow. That's going to be a great game to watch at Fresno State. Seeing Ike and Robinson go head-to-head, that's going to be a fun game. But they've still got to play Utah State at home next week. They still play Colorado State. They still play San Diego State. They still play at UNLV as well, so they've got some tough games left as well. So if you're a Boise State fan, maybe tomorrow you root for Fresno State to win that one, give Wyoming another loss. But Wyoming's not going anywhere probably. But again, Boise State 29th at KenPom. They actually moved up one spot today. They were up to 27, dropped down twice after the loss. But to survive that game and still be right around top 30 at KenPom is huge. And they'll probably drop a couple spots just because other teams play and they don't. So they'll probably be 33, 34 maybe by the time they play on Friday, but they're still in a really good position moving forward. And again, a lot of good opportunities for solid wins here moving forward. You got Logan Dominguez saying nice to see Kuzmanovic knock down a few shots tonight. Yeah, he was only 2 of 9, so I guess it depends on how you're thinking about it. It was nice to see him make a few, but he made 2, but he also missed 7. So he got some playing time. That's the most playing time he's probably had maybe all season, 23 minutes. He had a lot of playing time tonight with Acott being out, and again, only goes 2 of 9 from the field. So, yeah, it was nice to see him hit a couple shots and he had some confidence, but also took a couple bad shots, just jacking up shots at inopportune times and when they're on a break and things like that. So, we'll see what happens with him moving forward, but certainly that's something where you'd like to see him get going and make some shots, and I think they have confidence in him being a good shooter. But the 2 of 9, not exactly what you want to see. They've already got the signage up for WWE Super Show. They've already got that on the screens. Joe Nickel, great Boise State sports information director, associate athletic director, doing a great job checking in to make sure we're okay here. And yeah, Joe's the best in the business, so appreciate him for his help with the interviews and things post-game. Cody Gogler as well. But again, get your comments in, your questions in. We got nowhere to go, and we got internet that is apparently working. So the Wyoming game was a disaster with the post-game and pre-game shows with the Wi-Fi and things like that. But tonight we actually have at home good working Wi-Fi as we sit here in the stands. They're taking down the ExtraMile Arena court and getting ready for WWE, which is coming in tomorrow afternoon. We got Mike saying, seeing the field goal percentage at the half, was feeling optimistic for the second half. Then the second half happened. Hopefully they got the ugly out of them, close the season today because it was kind of rough. You won by 16. The spread was 21. I mean, you won by 16, Mike. I get your point, but it wasn't like it was some terrible game. You won by 16. You played fine. The other team got hot and hit some threes. I mean, what can you do? Maybe you were on the minus 21, and I apologize if you were. That was a bad beat considering they were up 29 with about 9 minutes to go. But overall, just number 0 got hot and hit some threes, and what can you do? The dude had 20-something points and hit 4 or 5 threes. So it is what it is. You won by 16, and it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. Gregory Myers, why was Acott out again? Bum knee. Acott's dealing with a knee injury. Not considered serious, and is going to get better with rest, but they didn't see a need to push him, tonight against a team that's 0-9 in the Mountain West, and I had no problem with that. So he'll continue to rest. Leon Rice actually said he was probably only at 30 to 40% against Wyoming, and if you remember, he didn't play very much, and he didn't score until there was like 5 seconds left in the game, and he missed a big 1-and-1 free throw late in that game. So he was trying to gut through it at 30 to 40%, and then they decided to hold him out of this game. They're going to rest him this week, but Leon Rice is confident that Acott will be much closer to 100% by the Friday night game against UNLV. So Tyson Degenhart and Abu Kigab both spoke to the media a little bit time ago. Let's hear from Abu Kigab, Tyson Degenhart. Again, Kigab had 18 and 11. Degenhart had a career high 23 points. Here's the two stars for Boise State speaking with the media after a 76-60 win over the San Jose State Spartans here at ExtraMile Arena this afternoon.
great. It felt great getting back in the win column, but still got to take it day by day. Keep getting better.
It wasn't like you played bad at Wyoming. You obviously just played a good team, a tough environment. What would you guys want to try to do tonight to kind of get back in the win column?
Focus on the little things, being disciplined on defense, knowing what coverage we're in, at all times having high-level communication. I think we did a good job of that today.
How are basketball games complicated when you have to play a team that you're expected to beat? I think the spread today was like 21 points. So how does that make it more of a challenge?
It's you just got to take it one possession at a time. Sometimes when you know a team isn't as talented as you, sometimes you might get sloppy or do some uncharacteristic things. So the thing we do is just stay in the moment and do our job, what we're supposed to do in that moment. That's how we play.
So, Boo, what did you think of Tyson's performance?
He was amazing for us. Stretched the floor out, hit big-time threes, was in the paint like a beast. He's rebounding, and, that's what he does. That's who he is, and he's going to continue to do that for us.
How much better is he on February 5th than he was on December 5th?
Unbelievable. The growth that he's shown has just been tremendous, and he's continuing to learn and grow, and that's the thing I love about him. He has a growth mindset, and he always wants to get better. So sky's the limit when you have that type of mindset.
Tice, how much fun was that out there today?
It was fun. It felt good to have a nice crowd out here. We finally broke 10,000, which is a step in the right direction, but it felt good to have a lot of people behind us and to get a win, especially after a tough loss at Wyoming.
Do you actually pay attention to that stuff, like attendance numbers and how many people are in the building?
I heard the number.
Okay.
I think it was during a time I heard it.
Yeah.
But it looked pretty packed. compared to the Wyoming game last week,
Mm-hmm.
it looked like they got up in the balcony, so it looked pretty packed.
Yeah.
How nice was it just to have a quick game after the Wyoming game, not much time to think about that or whatever, and then just to get back in the win column real quick?
Go ahead.
It felt good just to flush that and get out of our system. Got back Thursday night and just flushed it and got to practice Friday just to get better. And we took advantage of Friday and paid off today.
There are a number of guys with career highs today. Obviously, you with points. Kigab, you had a career high with 5 steals.
Nice.
And Max tied his career high with 4 assists. What, kind of performances like those, how does that help you guys, especially coming off the loss?
It helps us a lot. It just shows that guys are, locking in on their job and doing what they're supposed to do. I'm supposed to play defense, and, I play defense. Max, he makes plays and hits open shots. And, but down the line, you can go down the line. All the guys do great stuff. So, doing pretty good.
You guys had to play without one of your key players today. I know that Coach said yesterday he kind of had to speak to his knee. So, watching Max step into the lineup, how do you think he did tonight?
He did great. It's just next man up mentality, and he stepped up, and same with Pavle. They both played great today. So we're just going to keep moving in the right direction.
You kind of came in here saying you get a few days off again. You had almost a week and 2 games. Now you get another nice breather before the schedule really starts to pick up here down the stretch with some key games. What's this next 5-6 days going to be like for you guys?
It's like the All-Star break, so, you get a little time to recover, work on the aches and pains of your body, whatever you need to work on. And then, we got a really good team. We got to play at UNLV, so, take that time, a little rest time, get your body right, get your mind right, and, we're right back to it.
How eager are you guys for this kind of final push that starts on Friday against UNLV? You guys put yourself in a good position to do a lot of good things here. A lot of home games still coming up, but you got to take advantage of it now. How ready are you guys to kind of just flip that switch for the final push here?
It's definitely exciting. We put ourselves in a very good situation, and we got to finish. Our motto is finish, and it's been like that since last year. So we got to just continue just locking on what we do, take it day by day, and everything will take care of itself. Focus on the process, let the outcome take care of itself.
How do you look at the final 8 games and kind of what's ahead of you guys here?
Just take it game by game. We can't get too far ahead of ourselves, because if we do, we can slip up. So right now we're going to focus on the next couple of days to recover and keep our game sharp, and then we'll focus on UNLV when the time comes.
So it was like you're playing with a lot of confidence, man. What part of your game right now are you most confident in, or what part of your game has improved the most, just from the start of this season to where you are right now?
I think it's just confidence. Confidence helps everything. I wasn't super confident in the first 6 games. I couldn't get into a rhythm, but now I'm starting to figure out the ins and outs of college basketball, even though I still don't know a lot, but just still trying to stay in the moment and take advantage of what's in front of me.
There were times tonight when it just seemed like you guys were scoring points because of your ball movement. How satisfying is that when you can just, get 8-10 passes in a possession?
It's beautiful to watch back on film, to see the ball move, and it's always nice to get a couple assists there.
When you guys watch this game tonight, is that the process that you go home and put this away and just be a college kid?
Always watch the game.
He's gonna watch it. He's gonna get Connor to get on his computer right away so he can watch it.
I watch the game about 2-3 times after sometimes. Yeah. Just like my thing, and I break all the little details, go possession by possession, see what I can do better, what my teammates can do better, and I love that process, and I've been doing it ever since I got here.
He on the San Diego flight, he got the game right on his computer, was watching on the flight home, so that tells you a lot about his film study.
Twice.
Although you drew 11 fouls tonight, you're ranked among the top 50 in the country in drawing fouls. Is there an art to drawing fouls, or how do you do it so well?
Just being patient, knowing that the defender is going to be physical with me because I'm a little bit bigger than most of the guys I play. So just being patient, knowing that I get to my spot, and once I get to my spot, I can make any play. And I know they're going to foul me while I get there. My job is to stay strong and get there.
There you go. I was muted. I can't. I'm so close to having a perfect show today, and I just blew it, guys. So thank you to those of you that were chiming in that I was muted. It's just like some law where I'm not allowed to have a perfect show, and things were going good, and then sure enough, I was muted for 15 seconds there. So I apologize for that. But again, Kigab, 11 fouls. He took 11 fouls and drew them for the other team. He finishes with 18 points and 11 rebounds. He had 23 and 8 from Tyson Degenhart. Mladen Armouche, 6 points, 3 rebounds in 19 minutes. Again, still trying to get him going. Marcus Shaver Jr., 14 points. He goes 4 of 4 from the foul line. You had Max Rice, 1 of 6 from 3. He finishes with 5 points. Pavle Kuzmanovic, 2 of 9 from 3-point range. He has 6 points. And then Najee Smith, 4 points. He goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. As a team, Boise State, 8 of 29 from 3-point range, 27.6%. For the game, Boise State does shoot 46.6%. So they were much better from 2-point range than they were from 3-point range. In the first half, Boise State shot 56%, and then they only shot 39% in the second half. So, again, we're looking like a 25-plus point win until Myron Amy Jr. went off. He goes 5 of 8 from 3-point range, number 0, 24 points for him. Not really much you can do, and he's hot like that. Mike saying some real tough possessions, saw a lot of easy guys with 2, kicking it out for 3 just seemed weird. Yeah, I mean they did pass up some shots. I mean you can't really blame the ball movement. They're trying to make the extra pass, and maybe they had too many extra passes. But I guess in the long run, you'll take that. Logan Dominguez chiming in. Appreciate your coverage, BJ. Love the basketball culture. Hopefully continues to grow in Boise. Definitely subscribe if y'all aren't already because he doesn't miss. Appreciate that, Logan. That's nice of Logan to say. And I'll give a shameless plug as usual about this time on the show. $6.99 a month, or you can do $70 for a full year. $70 up front gives you 2 months free. Full year coverage. We're going to have exclusive giveaways. Like I said, every game from here on out, the rest of the season, we're going to give away a $25 gift card to the James Whiskey and Cocktail Bar right across the street here. It's brand new. Darren College is involved with it. It's a great place to go have a cocktail. I may head over there and get one before I head home. And again, every game now on the pregame show, we're going to take your score predictions, and whoever has the closest score prediction on the pregame show, if you're a subscriber, you're going to get a free $25 gift card. So consider subscribing. We'd really appreciate it. It helps pay for the road trips and all the equipment and things that we need to make these shows possible. So we've put in a good investment, and we would hope that folks might consider a subscription. Again, if you want to do the lower price, just $6.99 a month, or you can do upfront for a full year, $70. We're going to start giving away rounds of golf as well. Timberstone Golf Course, proud to announce we've got a deal with them as well. So we'll be giving some rounds of golf for 4 away, probably multiple rounds per month given away, starting here in a couple weeks on March 1st. So if you're a subscriber, you'll be able to get in the mix for all kinds of giveaways, whether it's golf, whether it's cocktails, all kinds of stuff. But you got to be a subscriber of Bronco Nation News to have a chance to win that. And again, for the final time, please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe on YouTube. It takes like 2 seconds. You just go to YouTube, type in Bronco Nation News. Even if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, that's fine. But if you could just subscribe for us, it would help us. We're trying to get over 1,000 on the YouTube channel, which would allow us to show up in some of the searches and things like that, and potentially monetize it down the road. So you got 1,000 is kind of the minimum number you got to get to, and we're right about 600 right now. So if we can. Big Wade saying the first golf giveaway is mine. The rest are up for grabs. Well, we'll see. I think we're going to do one of those for the Mountain West tournament. So when the Mountain West tournament rolls around, we'll take some tournament predictions and give away a round of golf for 4 at Timberstone for that. Maybe 2 rounds of golf to kick it off. But again, you got to be a subscriber. So please consider subscribing and appreciate Logan, the nice words. But having a lot of fun doing this, and appreciate Colin Mitchell, our associate reporter, for helping out with some of the highlights. We had the women's highlights on the pregame show. They won today. Congratulations to Gordy Presnell and the women. The men, again, 16-point win as well. So, BroncoNationNews.com is where you can go to subscribe. BroncoNationNews.com, click on the subscribe thing there. But again, if you're not able to afford it right now, we would love if you could at least do the YouTube subscription. That's free. And then, as I said, that's actually the easiest way to watch these shows right now. Watch it on TV, then flip over to our post-game show on your smart TV by going to the YouTube app, and then just the Bronco Nation News channel. Then that way you can still go ahead and have your phone out for Instagram or Twitter or whatever you want to do. And then that way you can still have us on your TV. Big Wade saying the YouTube subscribers have jumped over 120 since yesterday. Yeah, I just started making this push yesterday. Yesterday, I started telling folks we need to get them to subscribe. And we were at about 350, I want to say, or 400, maybe 450. And now we're pushing 600, I think. I haven't seen the number yet. We'll take a quick refresh here, and we are at 603. So 603, that's pretty cool. So 397 to go. So tell your friends, please subscribe on YouTube, and we will give away a round of golf for 4 at Timberstone once we get to 1,000. So we'll wrap it up now. We appreciate everybody for checking this out. The Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. That next car or truck you're thinking about, please consider Lithia Ford of Boise. And again, we appreciate their support. Rowpaint.com as well. Power and People, Pride in Painting, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. They've done my garage. They've done my patio. If you're you got all those oil stains on your garage floor, or you're looking at some of the your patios, got some different colored concrete or something, great affordable options. Rowpaint.com, and get that concrete coating. It's 4 times stronger than epoxy. It's got a 20-year warranty, and it's awesome stuff there. Again, it transformed my garage into and my patio into some very nice looking stuff. So whether it's your basement, your garage, your patio, your sidewalk, your driveway, let rowpaint.com take care of that for you. So they're getting ready for WWE, the Super Show, tomorrow afternoon. I think tickets still are available, but some of the WWE superstars will be in town tomorrow. So they're taking down the court of ExtraMile Arena right now and getting ready for some wrestling here tomorrow afternoon at the ExtraMile Arena. Boise State will be off tomorrow. They'll be off on Monday, and then they will get back to practice on Tuesday. Again, 9 p.m. If you had the We Win, You Win promotional ticket tonight up in the balcony, you get to come back. You got a free ticket now to the UNLV game. Drink your coffee. It's a 9 p.m. start Friday night, 9 p.m. next week against UNLV, and then 2 p.m. on Super Bowl Sunday against Colorado State. So a big, 40 hours or whatever it's going to be for Boise State in their Mountain West title chances with 2 home games. You got to take advantage of those. You got to win those at home against 2 quality teams, UNLV and Colorado State, and that'll be again next Friday. So Boise State will take a few days to relax after this 76-60 win, and then they'll get back to work. And again, still in first place in the Mountain West, and they'll watch some of the other teams battle it out. There's some big games in the Mountain West coming up over the next few weeks, and we'll watch those teams battle it out, and then get set for Friday night when Boise State hosts UNLV, again, 9 p.m. start. So BroncoNationNews.com will be your up-to-date spot. You can go on the message boards there and get the discussion going with some Bronco fans on the message boards, and I'll be chiming in on that this week. And then, again, we'll have live shows Monday with John Mallory, I believe Wednesday with Matt Bauscher, and Friday with Mike Prater. We'll try to get some other interviews in there. Those are at 9 a.m. We'll try to get those shows in there at 9 a.m., so some more discussion on the social media channels, on the live shows. And, again, we'll have full stories and coverage all week as we get you set for the UNLV game and whatever else is happening in Bronco athletics as well. So 40 minutes here. Appreciate everybody for checking us out on the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. Again, Boise State wins this one 76-60. They're sitting at number 29 in KenPom, and they're 9-1 and in first place in the Mountain West, 18-5 overall. So appreciate all of you. I really do. It means a lot. The comments, the questions, the folks that have subscribed. I really appreciate all the love, and we're going to see if we can continue to build Bronco Nation News and make it even bigger and better moving forward than it already is with your help and support. So have a great rest of your Saturday. Have a great Sunday. Big Gonzaga BYU game tonight. Looking forward to watching that. And then again, Fresno State, Wyoming tomorrow. So a lot of good basketball is on. Maybe some of you will be down here for WWE. We'll see as well. But Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you Monday morning with John Mallory, 9 a.m. from KTIK Radio on Mondays with Mallory. Again, final word, Lithia, Florida, Boise postgame show. Boise State wins it 76-60. Nice win for the Broncos, and they'll heal up and rest for a couple days before getting ready for UNLV. My name is BJ Rains, Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. Appreciate your support, and we'll talk to you soon. Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com. Hey!